It's finally here, the 1.5-year anniversary Dragalia Digest. I had been looking forward to this since the moment they announced it. All the digests have offered different amounts of hype, but I enjoyed all of them. I watched the video for the first time this morning on stream, and now that I've had some time to collect my thoughts, I wanted to do a reaction video to share my thoughts on all the news and announcements. Overall, I found this digest incredibly enjoyable and spicy, so strap in and let the digest begin. This is definitely an announcement that I knew a huge amount of players had been waiting anxiously for, crossing their fingers that our next Gala character would be Alex. Personally, I was hoping for Leonidas and Mars, but this is still cool. I wasn't super pumped about a Gala Alex, but honestly, this video intro of her, with her personal growth and character development, along with a super fly white cloak, has basically changed my mind. I figured that she would be a dark unit, but it's pretty cool that she's a dark sword. That's something a bit different. I like the way swords play, so that's another point in the win column for her as a unit, as far as I'm concerned. I really do not need any more shadow units though, so I can confidently say, without doing a deep dive of her kit, that I won't be pulling for her. So Galix has the following included in her kit. She does 30% increased damage to enemies with reduced defense, she has 100% immunity to blindness and paralysis, 30% increase in damage to poison enemies, an S1 that reduces enemy defense and creates a skill chain effect, and an S2 that inflicts poison and once again creates a skill chain window. She also offers plus 15% dragon haste, and her chain co-ability allows all shadow-tuned adventurers on her team to increase their strength by 13% temporarily when they poison an enemy. This seems really good, since there are quite a few different characters in the shadow element that are effective poisoners. Some keen listeners will be listening and think, wait, what the hell is a chain co-ability? We will get to that, I promise. They cover it in more detail in the video. Watching the video more closely for the second time and talking to members of my alliance, we noticed that this activated skill chain that I mentioned earlier are present in her S1 and S2 seem to eliminate the cooldown of the respective skill that caused it, which seems really good. But I guess it's going to depend on how long it takes to charge each skill and what the bonus damage is that actually amounts to from the successive attacks. We will see. I think it's a tad early for me to speculate on how good Galix is. I really want to see her in action because of the unique properties of this skill chain and the windows that her skills create.
Hey everyone, it's your girl Not. Not surprising, right? Didn't Alex look amazing? The next Gala Dragalia can't come soon enough. Somehow, it's been almost a year and a half since we started this adventure. And to celebrate, I've got a gaggle of good news to share. Ta-da! Welcome to Dragalia Digest. Let's start with this. There's gonna be
I'm going to assume that absolutely everyone agrees with me that the highlight of this entire segment is the announcement that we're receiving another mini dragon, this time Mini Zadi. He's adorable, perfect, and honestly, if they had stopped the announcements at we're getting a free Mini Zadi, I probably would have been okay with that. But good guy Cygames did not stop there, not even close. We're basically going to be receiving 2 free 10-fold summons, unbind materials for our weapons and characters, a guaranteed 5-star dragon and character summon, a cool-looking collector worm print, and stamina resources for solo and co-op. It's a ton of stuff, and I'm super grateful for all of it, so a big thank you to Cygames.
Don't forget to stop by each day. Next. Daily free 10.
So, then Cygames proceeds to make it even better and announce that we're getting 6 free days of 10-fold summons during the Gala period. I was literally just mentioning to some of my Alliance members the other day how much I like the Grand Blue Fantasy Roulette event for anniversaries, and whenever Cygames does this in Dragalia, it gives me the same overjoyed, spoiled feeling. That's why I don't feel bad when I spend real money in this game. I feel like they do give back quite a lot.
Let's see. What's next? You're guaranteed to summon a Gala Adventurer?
Yeah, this is kind of good. Good for people who haven't summoned any Gala Dragalia Adventurer yet. Not so good for the rest of us, really. I don't have the gambling stomach to pay for a platinum summon and possibly get a dupe Gala Adventurer out of it, even if I am missing Granzel, Jelly, Luca, Gluca, and Garice. Just my 2 cents, though.
Next up!
These look pretty great, actually. But Dragalia always prices packs extremely high, so I'm gonna have to wait and see just how pricey these puppies are. I'm 100% interested in the 1 Sunstone pack because my store is at an all-time low after unbinding Dragonule Jean from Monster Hunter Cerise a few months back. I always try to buy a pack or 2 to support the game because I think they're doing a kick-ass job in general.
Time packs for sale! There's all sorts of goodies in there, so drop by her shop and check them out! Just look at it all! And...
More free currency, triple drops of materials, and double stamina? Seriously? This is absolutely outstanding. The endeavors sound like they will be doable for new players, so hopefully that attracts a bunch of new players to the game and gives them a lot of free rolls. And the triple drops and double stamina will be an absolute godsend for endgame players trying to finish off upgrading their buildings in the Halidom. Maybe I'll actually be able to finish off my dojos now.
Ooh, it looks like we've got a video to share too. Roll the clip.
We are getting a brand spanking new raid event, and it looks like the sickest thing ever. Firstly, that Mad Kid song they played to introduce it was hella good. I really hope we hear more about that in the event itself, and that it wasn't just used for introducing the video in this Dragalia Digest. I absolutely adore the aesthetic that they're introducing for this raid. Every single one of the characters they've shown looks very cool to me. My favorite so far is Andromeda, though I can't tell if she's a dragon or a playable character. My hope is a playable character. The raid boss looks like a recolored frag, which I'm totally okay with, because he was one of my favorite raid bosses aesthetically speaking, and we haven't seen him in a very long time. Okada-san goes into much deeper detail about the new raid, letting us know that the new raid has banners to go with it, and will start after the gala. At this point, I am quite fearful that I'm not going to have enough Warmite to get through the next few banners, and that's before even watching the rest of this digest. He also mentions here that Aldred, who I'm assuming is the free character, has a new transformation mechanic that we haven't seen before. This is my curiosity piqued quite a bit. My theory at this point is we're going to see that he doesn't fully turn into a dragon, like a straight-up shapeshift, but just morphs dragon arms and legs or something, and his skills upgrade into stronger skills or different skills, and maybe he can move more quickly across the map or things like that. That's just my guess, though. Can't wait to see the new mechanic. Okay, so the announcement of chain co-abilities has been absolutely fascinating for me, but I have to restrain myself here because honestly, they warrant a video all their own to examine how they affect team compositions and gameplay. Looking at the addition from the high level, we're basically getting special abilities that when matched properly together, allow you to boost your team strategically in a ton of different ways. All adventurers got new chain co-abilities on top of their regular co-abilities, so I'm going to be testing this for a while. What I can tell you after playing Mercurial Gauntlet all evening and reaching new levels I wasn't able to touch before is that you're going to want to develop an understanding of which units' chain co-abilities work well together on a team because it has hugely noticeable effects on team performance. I don't want to speculate yet on what this means for established metas, but my genuine hope is that it doesn't overrule existing metas to create new ones, but broadens the amount of usable units and makes people think twice about excluding units from rooms and things like that. I like this addition. I hope that it accomplishes allowing people more creativity in team building. I love the event compendium. I haven't missed any events myself, but the addition of this feature is super important to newer players or players who missed previous facility events and want to reach endgame. So I'm really glad that they have this finished and it's finally ready to go. So for the Fafnir medals, I think this announcement probably means different things to different people. All I saw here was another way to get golden toilet paper, but I'm sure a lot of players saw other useful resources that they'd like to be able to trade for. He really didn't say a lot about how we're going to be able to get the FAF medals, so who knows in what volume we'll be able to make trades in, but if it gives a few extra golden toilet paper a month, it's an excellent new feature in my books.
Adventurer can use.
I really like that they want to make it so lead adventurer can use an additional 2 skills on top of their base 2 skills. This is going to add so much depth to playability of characters. Again, like chain co-abilities, it's going to take a lot of testing and messing around with to fully understand the best and most fun ways to take advantage of this change, but I fully welcome it. This, for me, was one of the most exciting announcements of the entire digest, almost on par with the excitement level of me realizing I'd be receiving a mini Zadi. This is exactly what I've been hoping for, and this announcement didn't disappoint at all. I really wanted a defensive style challenge where we have to clear waves of enemies. This should really give healers and defensive units a chance to shine. The addition of an encyclopedia is a great idea. I'm definitely a collector, so giving me more tasks to complete to get checkmarks for is right up my alley. Can't wait to hear more about this. I hope it unlocks some special art or something. I love art. I like using it for screensavers and wallpapers. Cygames was kind enough to show us the upcoming Agito bosses, and they have some really great designs. I especially like what I'm pretty sure is the water boss, a really tall boss-looking sylvan lady called Ciela. The twins gave me shining vibes, and I can't really be sure what element they are, but I think it's fire based on their flaming weapons. I can't wait to face more Agito bosses, though. I find both the bosses we've gotten so far to be extremely fun and well-designed fights, so hopefully the Agito fights can carry on in this fashion and add more difficult fights like the Volk expert-level fight. Okada-san finished off this segment by quickly discussing some quality-of-life improvements that should be pretty good for players. I'm especially interested in their quest to reduce the amount of strain the game puts on devices. I have friends who've had to stop playing the game in the past because of how much memory the game takes to install, and it seems to run super rough on a lot of different devices. Hopefully they can sort this out so everyone can enjoy the game. With regards to the crafting screen, I honestly don't really have an issue with it, but I've been using it since day one, and I know it really well, so that's probably not the feeling of most newer people. I can imagine it would probably be pretty annoying or intimidating, not knowing how the many layers work, so if they can make this easier on everyone, then I welcome the change. Also, did they say restart challenges without waiting for everyone to die? Yes, please. The Chapter 12 interlude was so spicy in the best way possible. I am beyond hyped for the continuation of the main story. The reveal in Chapter 12 about Yuden completely blew my mind and created so many possibilities for theories on where the story might go from here. I've been incredibly impressed with the writing quality in this game lately, and I really, really hope it continues with Chapter 13. I have super high expectations about this chapter now. Don't let me down, Cygames. The music in the video, set to our team finally crashing into the Alberian capital to take on Morsayati, is giving me chills. And I'm wondering if we're going to see some kind of resolution on this chapter. It seems like a little soon for resolution this huge, but maybe we're about to have resolution on the other possessing Zethia and see the story depart into a new major arc, which I would be more than okay with. Also, it looks like the Agito are actually going to be woven into the main story now. This pleases me greatly. I was hoping there was going to be more to them than just the endgame battle inclusion, and now it looks like that's exactly what's happening.
Dragalia Lost is just gonna keep piling on the fun, huh? I wonder what they'll add next. Anyway, I guess I better wrap things up with this gift I wrapped for you earlier. Here you go.
It's very cool that Knot gave us Eldwater, rubies, and exquisite honey, but it would have been even cooler if she gave us golden toilet paper.
I can't wait to see where our adventures take us next. Huh? Oh, it looks like Mr. Okada's got something else to say.
And Okada-san has returned. I did not see this announcement coming at all. I heard from a few people who said that they could see a rerun of the FEH event, but for some reason, I didn't really think that they would do it. I'm pumped about this for a few reasons. One, I absolutely adore Veronica, and I used her non-stop before she got blighted by Gleo, and no pub wanted to play with me anymore when I used her. So I'm thrilled to hear that she'll be getting 70 MC, because that'll be an insta upgrade for me. Secondly, I'm really glad to hear that they're adding a second new part to the event with a new banner and not just making it a straight-up rerun. This event, for anyone who doesn't remember, was the introduction of defense-style challenges, so it was incredibly fun to play, and I'm really excited to see how they're going to change it up this time and make it fresh. Can't wait to see who they choose to add as characters either for the second banner. I'm really hoping for the purple dragon lady. I think her name is Camilla. We'll have to wait and see. All in all, though, one thing is certain. My worm will be depleted, and my wallet is in danger. That's it for all the announcements and all my thoughts. I loved this digest, and I think it shows a lot of thought and care for the game, and shows us that we have lots of new events and gameplay to look forward to. I can't wait for the new raid event to start in a few days. Pray for me and my Wormite stash. Hope you enjoyed the video, and remember to check out my Twitch and my Twitter for my streaming schedule and other fun content. Talk to y'all soon!